Coco Gauff stunning Miu Miu moment. Dainty Slingbacks steal the FNAA 2025 red carpet. Some red carpet moments fade as quickly as a camera flashes that capture them. Others, rare and electric, carve themselves into cultural memory. At FNAA 2025, one such moment arrived not with thunder, but with the soft, confident rhythm of daisy-like footsteps. And at the center of that rhythm stood Coco Gauff, glowed with the quiet authority of a world-class champion, wearing what would soon become the most talked-about fashion detail of the night. Sparkles Miu Miu's Dainty Slingbacks. Sparkles. They weren't bold in volume. They weren't loud in color. But they were unstoppable in impact. In a room overflowing with dramatic gowns, towering heels, and exaggerated silhouettes, it was Coco's delicate, perfectly balanced slingbacks that rewrote the conversation around power, beauty, and modern luxury. This was not just a fashion win. This was a statement of a new era. A red carpet waiting for a queen. FNAA 2025 arrived with the energy of a cultural summit. It wasn't just about fashion anymore. It was about who now controls the spotlight. Athletes, musicians, creators, designers, tech leaders, and global tastemakers gathered under one roof, each carrying their own version of influence. The carpet shimmered with diamond light. Velvet trains flowed like royal banners. Every arrival tried to outshine the last. Still, the room felt as if it were waiting. Then, at precisely the right moment, Coco Gauff stepped forward, and the atmosphere shifted. Coco Gauff, from baseline warrior to fashion authority. Coco Gauff's journey to FNAA 2025 is one carved through pressure, greatness, and expectation. From a teenage phenom shocking the tennis world to a Grand Slam champion and one of the most influential young athletes alive, Coco has lived her evolution in front of millions. But that night, she crossed into something new. She wasn't arriving as the athlete trying luxury, the sports star in borrowed glamour. She arrived as a woman fully in command of her image. Her confidence didn't come from the outfit alone. It came from years of performing under the brightest lights in the world. The red carpet was simply another arena. And just like on court, Coco didn't rush. She entered with intention. The Miu Miu slingbacks. Small detail, massive power. The crowd noticed the shimmer first, then the shape, then the meaning. Coco's Miu Miu slingbacks were masterpieces of restraint, dainty, precise, and impossibly elegant. They balanced on that rare line between vintage charm and futuristic clarity, echoing a quiet confidence rather than shouting for attention. They featured a slim, sculpted silhouette, a delicate heel that communicated control, not excess, soft, luminous textures that kissed the light instead of demanding it, a design that felt more like a whisper of luxury than a roar. Yet in fashion, whispers often travel further than screams. Within minutes, editors were zooming in on her feet. Stylists were pausing their shoots to analyze the heel shape. Fashion insiders were already predicting a global sellout. And the online reaction? Instant chaos. The shoes won the night. Coco just changed luxury with one step. Miu Miu didn't design footwear. This is poetry. When subtlety becomes the loudest voice in the room. FNAA 2025 was loaded with spectacle, but Coco Gauff's genius move was to reject excess. In a sea of towering platforms and architectural heels, she chose balance over dominance, precision over drama, movement over monumentality. The slingbacks didn't overpower her presence. They served it, and in that act of restraint, Coco made the loudest possible statement. True power does not need to announce itself. It simply arrives, and everything adjusts around it. That philosophy mirrors her tennis style, disciplined, explosive at the right moment, and devastating in its efficiency. The full look, where sport, youth, and high fashion converged. Coco's complete FNAA 2025 look was a carefully constructed harmony, a sculpted silhouette that hinted at athletic strength without exposing it, clean lines that reflected discipline and focus, soft metallic accents that caught light like trophies, and those Miu Miu slingbacks grounding the entire composition with purposeful grace. Nothing was random. Nothing felt forced. The entire look moved like a rally, calculated, fluid, and unbroken. Critics would later describe it as a masterclass in athletic elegance, minimalism with moral authority, the most intelligent styling choice of FNAA 2025. The walk that froze the internet. As Coco progressed down the carpet, the FNAA atmosphere transformed. Camera shutters accelerated. Conversations snapped into silence. Even seasoned celebrities paused to watch. This wasn't the reaction of hype. It was the reaction of recognition. Within minutes, TikTok flooded with slow-motion edits of her walk. Instagram editorial pages reshuffled their front posts. Sports networks broke from match analysis to cover her look. Fashion platforms labeled it the moment. Rarely does one figure dominate both sports media and luxury fashion conversations in the same hour. Coco Gauff did it without raising her voice, only by placing one perfect step after another. Why the slingback symbolized a new power of athletes in fashion. For decades, fashion treated athletes as guests. FNAA 2025 confirmed something radically different. Athletes are now cultural architects. Coco's Miu Miu Slingbacks became symbolic of that shift. They weren't chosen to prove she belonged in fashion. They were chosen because she already does. Luxury houses one's soul fantasy. Now they partner with reality, disciplined, global, pressure-tested reality. Coco is not just admired. She is trusted with the future of brand storytelling. The business earthquake beneath the glamour. By dawn, the numbers told a story as dramatic as the carpet itself. Global searches for Miu Miu Slingbacks surged. Fashion retail analytics tracked explosive engagement. Coco's fashion brand valuation spiked overnight. Luxury buyers requested expedited previews of similar designs. This wasn't trend influence. This was market movement. In the boardrooms of fashion houses, FNAA 2025 would soon be remembered as a night when a phrase, athlete-driven luxury, shifted from experiment to strategy. The symbolism of dainty power, the brilliance of Coco's slingbacks lies in their contradiction. In the language of influence, Coco Gauff had already won the night. What FNAA 2025 changed forever. Coco Gauff's Miu Miu slingback moment will endure because it represents a turning point where subtlety replaced spectacle, where athletes became stylists of culture, where luxury aligned itself with discipline instead of excess. This was not just a fashion highlight. It was a redefinition of how power is displayed. Final serve, the quiet step that shook the spotlight. Long after the lights dimmed at FNAA 2025 and the headlines moved on to the next trending moment, one image will remain etched in memory. Coco Gauff, mid-stride, poised, balanced, unstoppable. Her dainty Miu Miu slingbacks gliding across the red carpet with the same precision she brings to championship points. She didn't dominate the night with noise. She dominated it with control. And in doing so, Coco Gauff proved once again that true stars don't chase the spotlight. Sparkles, they redefine where it shines. Sparkles. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.